I never thought silence could hurt more than words. But that night, standing in the doorway of a dimly lit restaurant, silence was all I had. My breath caught in my throat as I watched my wife, Anna, in another man's arms. They weren't just hugging. No, her head rested on his chest like it belonged there. His hand tracing her back with a kind of familiarity I thought was reserved for me. The soft smile on her lips, the one she used to give me when I came home late from work, was now his. And I was just a shadow watching my marriage collapse in real time. The breaking point. We'd been married 12 years. 12 years of shared bills, burnt toast breakfasts, lazy Sunday mornings, and the occasional shouting match that always ended in laughter. Thought we were fine. Not perfect but steady. But lately, Anna had grown distant. Her phone always face down, her smile fading quicker than it used to. Her excuses stacking up like bricks between us. That evening, she told me she was working late. Something in me, the gnawing suspicion I had tried to smother for months, made me follow her. I hated myself for it. Hated the paranoia, the distrust. But what I found made me hate something else entirely. The confrontation. I didn't storm inside. Just left. I drove aimlessly, my hands gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles turned white. My chest felt like it was splitting open, every breath jagged and sharp. When I finally stumbled home, Anna was already there. She greeted me with a kiss on the cheek, as if she hadn't just been wrapped up in another man's arms. "How was work?" she asked casually, pouring herself a glass of wine. Something inside me snapped. "Work?" I laughed bitterly. "Or do you mean your little date at La Vino?" The glass froze midair. Her face drained of color. "You followed me." "I didn't have to. You weren't exactly hiding it." My voice shook, more with pain than anger. "Tell me, Anna. Who is he?" Her lips parted, but no words came. And in that silence I got my answer. Shattered trust. That night I slept in the guest room. Or rather, I lay there awake, staring at the ceiling, listening to her muffled sobs through the wall. Part of me wanted to kick her out, to throw her bags onto the street and never look back. But another part, the weaker, desperate part, clung to the hope that there was more to the story. The next morning, Anna knocked softly on the door. Her eyes were swollen, her hair messy, her hands trembling. "Please, James," she whispered. "Let me explain." I wanted to scream at her, to demand why she had betrayed me. Instead, I nodded stiffly. Her confession. "It's not what you think," she began. I almost laughed at the cliché. But then she continued, her voice breaking. "His name is Daniel. He's my childhood friend. We reconnected a few months ago. He's been going through a divorce and she swallowed hard. I was trying to be there for him. That's all. Swear, James. Nothing happened." I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But the image of her in his arms replayed in my mind like a cruel film reel. "You looked at him," I said hoarsely. "Like you used to look at me." Her tears spilled over. "I was wrong. I see that now. Crossed a line. But please don't give up on us. Don't throw 12 years away because I made a stupid mistake." The weeks that followed. Trust doesn't break cleanly. Splinters. Tiny fractures spreading through every conversation, every touch, every late text. We tried. Or rather, Anna tried. She canceled dinners with friends, left her phone unlocked on the counter, even suggested therapy. She cooked my favorite meals, left little notes in my work bag, reached for my hand like she used to. But I recoiled. Every time she touched me, I thought of him. Every time she said, "I love you," I questioned if she meant it. I became cold, distant, the very thing I accused her of being. And yet, I couldn't leave. Something bound me to her. Love. Habit. Fear of starting over. I didn't know. Twist. One rainy evening about 3 months later, there was a knock at the door. Anna opened it, and I heard her sharp intake of breath. It was Daniel. He stood there, drenched, holding a small box. His eyes flicked to me, then back to Anna. I need to talk to both of you. Every nerve in my body tensed. I wanted to slam the door in his face. But something in his expression, guilt, sorrow, desperation, stopped me. We sat in the living room, the rain pounding against the windows. Daniel placed the box on the coffee table. Inside were letters, dozens of them, worn and yellowed. "They're from my ex-wife," he explained. "I found them after the divorce papers were finalized. She was cheating on me for years. I didn't know who else to turn to, Anna. You were always the person I could talk to, even when we were kids." He looked at me, his voice cracking. "But I realize now how it must have looked. And I'm sorry. I never meant to come between you." The breaking and the healing. The room was heavy with silence. Anna's eyes brimmed with tears, her hand covering her mouth. I sat there, torn between fury and a strange, reluctant relief. "Why the hell were you holding her like that then?" I demanded. Daniel's shoulders slumped. "Because I was falling apart. And she felt like home. But I swear, James, I never touched her beyond that. She never betrayed you in that way." Anna sobbed, reaching for me. "Please believe him. Believe me." And for the first time, I saw her not as the betrayer, but as someone who had made a terrible, reckless choice to comfort a friend, and left me bleeding in the fallout. Choosing a path. The weeks that followed weren't easy. Forgiveness isn't a light switch you can flick on. It's a choice you have to make every single day. Therapy became our lifeline. We sat in that office week after week, ripping open wounds, speaking truths we had buried for years. I admitted my resentment over her long hours, my fear of not being enough. She confessed her loneliness, how she had felt me slipping away long before I noticed her pulling back. It wasn't neat. It wasn't pretty. Some days I wanted to leave all over again. Some nights I still lay awake, replaying that image in my head. But slowly something shifted. Anna stopped being the woman I caught in another man's arms, and started becoming the woman who fought like hell to keep me. The resolution. A year later, we renewed our vows in the backyard. No guests, no white dress, no grand speeches. Just the two of us, barefoot in the grass, promising to do better. "I watched you in another man's arms," I whispered, my throat thick with emotion. "I thought we were over. But you came back to me. You fought for me. And I'm still here because I want to fight too." Her tears glistened in the fading sunlight. "I'll never stop fighting for us, James. Not again." And for the first time in a long time I believed her.